Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got one more video that we wanted to quickly share with you all regarding stablecoins, and it's dealing with Korea, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go to the article, read it, and then we'll have some comments after we read this together. So it says Hyundai Card completes its first real-world stablecoin pilot with Avalanche Tether. Alright, so the quick take here is that Hyundai Card announced that it has completed its first stablecoin remittance proof of concept with Tether and Avalanche. So Hyundai Motor America converted 20,000 into USDT, which was sent to its Mexico affiliate. Visa and Circle will participate in Hyundai Card's second stablecoin proof of concept, which is set to begin later this month. So the article begins. Hyundai Card announced Thursday that it has completed its first proof of concept (POC) testing of stablecoin-based cross-border remittance with Tether and Avalanche. According to the press release, the proof of concept processed a real remittance between Hyundai Motor Company's UX and Mexican entities using the USDT stablecoin on Avalanche. Specifically, Hyundai Motor America converted 20,000 USDT into USDT, which was transferred to the Mexico office and converted back into dollars. This entire process took approximately 7 minutes, whereas traditional interbank transfers would take 3 to 4 hours. What makes this particularly meaningful is that the proof of concept was conducted in connection with actual intercompany settlement needs between Hyundai Motor's overseas entities, not as a theoretical blockchain experiment, a Hyundai Card spokesperson said. Hyundai Card led efforts in regulatory review, legal and tax checks, internal control considerations, and the design of the remittance structure, according to the release. Blockchain payment infrastructure company Axiem also participated in the proof of concept. Next phase in Europe. Later this month, Hyundai plans to begin its second proof of concept, which will be conducted between Hyundai Motors entities in Europe. Visa and USDC issuer Circle will participate in the second round. The second proof of concept will involve real-world stablecoin remittances based on various local currencies other than the US dollar and aims to verify the cost efficiency of stablecoin money transfers. That is the end of this article, and what we've learned is that, of course, in a company or in these multinationals in Korea, some of the biggest companies are also called chaebols. In English, that would be CHAEBOL. So Hyundai, I think, qualifies as a chaebol, which means it's just a really, really big company with, of course, maybe a lot of offices and a lot of different business units all over the world. And the goal of this proof of concept, as you can see, was to send money, a real remittance, 20,000 US dollars between Hyundai Motor Company US and Mexican entities using USDT stablecoin on the Avalanche. All right, as opposed to Ethereum or as opposed to Binance Smart Chain. And so it converted back into dollars upon arriving in Mexico. All right, so it seems that they needed US dollars, but they were in receipt of the US dollars via USDT coming from their America office. So it's an internal remittance. Really, it's sort of one business branch to another. But then, of course, the first point made here was that it took 7 minutes as opposed to the traditional interbank transfer, which would take 3 to 4 hours, or sometimes maybe much longer than that to clear and to settle. And then so it says right here, the intercompany settlement needs, right? So this is really the proof of concept, the need. There's such a big need in these large companies to move money between offices and between countries, of course, for these large conglomerates. And then, of course, Hyundai Card led the efforts for regulatory review, for legal review, for tax checks, and for internal control considerations, and the design of the remittance structure. And then blockchain payment infrastructure company Axiem also participated in the proof of concept. So coming later this month, in the month of July 2026, will be second proof of concept will be conducted between Hyundai Motors entities in Europe. Visa and USDC issuer Circle will participate in the second round. So once again, this is a real-world stablecoin remittance based on local various currencies other than US dollar. and aiming to verify cost efficiency of stablecoin money transfers. So the key again is for this company internally to leverage stablecoins, maybe settle in local currency, but maybe not settle in local currency, and see if it's more efficient for these offices to be sending and receiving purely in USDT, or in this example USDC, which is coming up in Europe. But if it's not going to be in euros, this might be in countries that are not using the euro. So USD or USD equivalents such as USDT, USDC would be equally accepted or equally considered. So it's all about the speed, the how fast, how quickly, and efficiency, meaning how much does it cost. So if the costs are even lower than traditional bank services, and of course companies like Hyundai would start to use this all over the globe. And then of course you can see here, once again, July of 25, it was about 246 billion. And then if you go all the way over here now, it's roughly 300 billion. So the total stablecoin supply has grown and grown and grown and grown as the months go by. And then, as we always do, we just want to remind people, info@cryptodeposit.org. You can email us at info@cryptodeposit.org if you wanted to get started. We can help assist you. You can deposit cash. There's that option for bank wires and all that other stuff. You can message us, but otherwise you can get your stables. You can get USDC. You can get USDT. And then, of course, you can deposit your USDC, you can deposit your USDT, and you can earn a yield. You have a 7-day up to 5 years. And there's a yield curve here, which, of course, could be adjusted. And then as soon as you've connected your wallet, you could either use our partner platform, Crypti, or you can use MetaMask, you can use Coinbase Wallet, you can use Binance Wallet. There's many, many wallets out there that you can use. So many, many wallets you can work with. It's for the most part self-custody, so everything is still in your wallet, but you can see your bills in real time. You can get started with borrowing and lending if you wanted to do borrow and lending. There's a lot to learn on that. We welcome OTC deals, especially for our clients who are family offices or asset managers. Just fill out the form here, or of course you can email us. And then statements, you'll see that once you have a history. Messages, XMTP is secure messaging, so everything is of the highest level of security. Activity history, again, if you connect your wallet, and then of course exchange and swap. We have our white paper at the bottom of the homepage. We have a video of the white paper if you want to listen to the white paper, and we have a bunch of onboarding tutorials on the YouTube channel as well. So with that being said, we just want to thank everybody for their time and attention. We were covering a few videos today, again on the same theme that we really want to stay sort of very focused on, laser focused, which is stablecoins and all the utility, all the use cases, all the proof of concepts, all of these increasing amount of companies and governments which are embracing stablecoins. This is our key focus for cryptodeposit.org as we continue to grow. So wishing you all a great day, wishing you all a great afternoon, evening, wherever you all may be, and looking forward to seeing you on another video in the future. And thank you again for sharing our information, sharing with your friends. Much appreciated. And if you have any questions, you can message us on the YouTube channel, or alternatively simply send us an email, and somebody from the team will get back to you with your questions or requests. Thank you, and have a great one, guys. See you on another video, hopefully rather soon coming up.